Hello, it's Fabio with Patriots on the Fly. Today I'll show you to tie the Undertaker spay fly. I hope you enjoyed the video and we'll see you next week.
Okay, we're gonna tie the Undertaker Salmon fly. This is a Norvis hook, type 1645, size 4. You can go all the way up to a size 2 and all the way down to a size 8 hook. You can use this fly to fish for Atlantic salmon and steelhead. I am going to use some UTC thread in white, size 140. We're gonna start with the white. And I'm going to refer to the return of the hook, and here is the wire of the return right here. It ends right here. So I'm going to start about halfway down the return of the hook, return wire. I'm going to go past that, and I'm going to cut the my thread off, butt end of the thread off. I am going to get some gold French tinsel, small. I'm going to get 4 or 5 inches. I'm going to secure it along the hook shank, starting with the where the return of the return wire is. And I'm gonna, as I wrap the tinsel back, I'm gonna make sure that it lays under the hook shank. I'm gonna bring my thread forward. Then I'm gonna palmer the gold French tinsel with touching wraps. And I'm gonna do 5, 6 wraps. I'm gonna unwind my thread. I'm gonna go the tinsel with my thread 2 or 3 times. I'm gonna cut this tinsel so it is about, it goes back to the where the return wire of the hook is. Okay, now I'm going to get some bright green floss. I'm gonna get 4 or 5 inches. I am going to secure this on top of the hook shank, like so, and I have a tag end. I'm gonna palmer this around the hook shank, and we're gonna create a double hot spot. One is gonna be this bright green, and then we add a bright red right after the bright green one. And we want this body to be a little thicker than the butt end that we just created with the gold French oval tinsel. And if you turn your hook like I just did, you can see, you can judge, the thickness. You better judge the thickness of the body of these hot spots we're creating. And I'm gonna bring my thread back. And then I'm gonna go over and lock that floss that we just added. Then I'm gonna grab the butt end of the floss. I'm gonna fold it over and secure that down. And this is gonna help, is gonna prevent the floss from unraveling as you are casting the fly. Okay, so now we got the bright green floss in. I am going to get my whip finisher and whip finish the fly here. If I had bright red floss, I would use that. I don't, so I'm going to use some 240 UTC bright red floss thread. So I'm going to repeat similar steps here. I'm going to create now this bright red hot spot back here. And then I'm going to fold this over as well and secure it with thread wraps. I'm going to cut the excess of this thread off. And I'm going to make sure that we have that I'm building this body. And now I can we finish this one as well. So the next thread that I'm going to be using is black 6/0. You can use black 140, UTC 140, whatever you have is gonna work. I'm gonna cut the excess of the thread off. I'm going to get the piece of tinsel that I just cut off, and I'm going to secure this along the hook shank right here. I'm going to use my air clips to lock that in place. Then I'm going to get 4 or 5 Peacock herl strands. I got 3. I'm going to get another couple. I want to make sure that they're aligned. The tips are aligned. Okay, so now I have 5 strands here. I'm going to cut the butt ends. I'm going to tie the Peacock herl in place. And then I'm going to palmer this, as in always, make sure that you make touching wraps. Don't go over the Peacock herl. So you have a uniform body, like so. And then I'm gonna go over it a couple of times and lock those butt ends in place. Then I'm gonna reach in with my scissors, cut the Peacock herl. And you can see how much room I have left up front here, so don't overcrowd the eyelet or the hook. Then I'm going to run the the gold French tinsel through the Peacock herl. About 5 times. Then I'm gonna lock that tinsel under the hook here, and I'm gonna cut the excess off, like so. Then I'm going to get a soft hackle in black. I'm gonna use this to build the collar for this fly. So now I got a feather. I'm gonna pull the fluff off. I'm going to pull the tip. And cut that, so I have a little triangle there. And we use that as my tying end. Then I'm gonna grab my hackle pliers, grab the stem, and then stroke those fibers back so they're curving back. I'm gonna do this several times to make sure they're all facing backwards. Then I'm gonna palmer this. And every time I make a turn, I stroke those fibers back. Okay, so now we made, I don't know, 3 or 4 turns. I'm gonna lock that stem in place with a couple of thread wraps. Then I'm gonna reach in with my scissors and cut the stem off. I'm gonna pull all these fibers backwards and go over them with my thread. So now we have added the black hand collar. And again, you know, take a look at how much space, how much room I have left right behind the eyelet of the hook. Okay, so now I'm going to get some black possum. You can use black bear hair. You can use fox hair. I like the black possum. You know, finding good black hair is very difficult. So I like this one because it stays. It doesn't go crazy on me. I'm gonna hold it by the tips. I'm gonna remove any under fur. I'm gonna measure this. We want this to be about a little longer than the hook shank. I'm gonna cut the excess off. I'm gonna hold it at an angle. Go with my thread. Lock the possum hair in place. And then finish and build the head of the fly. I'm gonna get my whip finisher. I'm gonna whip finish the fly. I'm gonna cut the excess of the thread here. Okay, then I'm going to get my, you can use a varnish, you can use, you know, whatever glue you have, but I like UV resin. I like how it makes the head shiny. You know, just take your time here. You don't want to put UV resin on the eyelet. Otherwise, it's going to be a problem when you tie the fly to your tippet. So I'll give it one coat. I'm going to give it a second coat. find that if you do this twice, the head is going to be fuller, nicer to look at. Alrighty, and there you have it, the Undertaker. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll see you next week.